A new study claims some popular oat-based breakfast foods marketed to children have dangerous levels of a chemical some health officials link to cancer. The nonprofit Environmental Working Group says 26 samples from Quaker and General Mills products contained unsafe levels of the weed killer glyphosate. In August, we reported on their first study. It found 31 samples of other oat-based products, including some organic, contained the chemical. Anna Werner is here with some of the new findings. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Norah. Glyphosate is an herbicide used on farms across the U.S. The powerful chemical kills weeds, but it's controversial because it's been classified by the World Health Organization as probably carcinogenic to humans. Once again, this environmental group is warning that many of the breakfast foods you enjoy could be bad for you.
There's really no reason consumers should have to worry about whether they're getting a dose of glyphosate with their breakfast every morning.
That was the Environmental Working Group's Scott Faber in August, talking about a study his group commissioned that found the weed killer glyphosate in dozens of breakfast products.
We're very concerned that consumers are eating more glyphosate than they know.
Now, a second round of testing shows 28 more samples analyzed contain glyphosate residues, 10 samples from General Mills Cheerios products, and 18 samples from Quaker brand products ranging from instant oatmeal to snack bars. 26 of the samples came back with residue levels higher than what the group believes is safe for children. General Mills says trace amounts of pesticides are found in the majority of food we all eat, and the company follows the very strict rules set by the FDA and EPA, who determine the safe levels for food products. Quaker told us that any minimal levels of glyphosate that may remain in finished products are significantly below regulatory limits and well within compliance of the safety standards. But the World Health Organization says glyphosate is a probable carcinogen in humans, and the state of California lists it as a chemical known to the state to cause cancer.
I find the results of this report concerning.
Dr. Philip Landrigan, a pediatrician and one of the world's experts on children's environmental health, advises parents to move away from brands containing glyphosate and buy organic products for their children that do not contain the chemical.
Children are exquisitely vulnerable to toxic chemicals such as glyphosate. Even a tiny dose that would probably be harmless to an adult carries much greater risk for a child.
Well, Monsanto, which sells products containing glyphosate, says the study is misleading. It says the chemical is safe, and it maintains it does not cause cancer. Monsanto also says that adults would have to eat huge quantities of these foods every day to exceed the EPA's limit for glyphosate exposure. General Mills says food safety is a top priority, and Quaker stands by its products.
So I'm sitting at home watching you this morning. What should I do? I'm worried about Honey Nut Cheerios.
So if you listen to Dr. Landrigan, who specializes in children's environmental health and has for a long time, he would tell you that children are very sensitive to small amounts of chemicals. They take in more food per pound of body weight than adults do, and so that exposes them higher, and they're more sensitive. And he really believes that parents should look out for the kids in terms of trying to make sure that they do not ingest chemicals as much as possible. He says try to move toward organic.
But Quaker says it's safe.
So Quaker and General Mills are saying, look, there's a lot of this in our foods, and especially if you're an adult. You know, Monsanto says if you're an adult, you'd have to eat ridiculous amounts of these foods to expose yourself. But there is, and so there is that debate. But I think people who specialize in children are saying that they are concerned about this, especially for kids and
especially parents, right?
For kids, yeah.
I think it's good information for people to know. Thank you, Anna.